Okay, students, I know you guys have all posted your rough drafts. You're doing the peer review that is for you and your peers. And so I'm going to go over how to structure this. And I have a very simplistic topic. This was something a student wrote for me a while back, and this topic was given to her. But it's very easy to follow, and so I want you to take notes, and this should help you. This will be the second video I've posted on this, or second lesson that I've done regarding this. But since we're getting to getting towards the end, I definitely wanted to give you another lesson. So one, when you're peer reviewing, these are the things you need to be looking for. If you need to go in and do another one, great. If you need to revise your paper based on this, great. So let's come up and look at it. So we have our format here with the heading. We have our title. We have it double spaced. And here we have her introduction. Yours may be longer. So I want you to be, if you look at this, yours may be longer and look a little bit differently, and that's okay. But I'm going to point out the things that I want you to specifically look for. Number one, here's a source in a quote from, let's look right here. Quotes from, so it's a longer title, so it's ... and it's in quotes. Every source you use must be italicized if it's a book, and if it's a longer article, but or quotation marks if it's something shorter. Most of them are quotation marks. Some are italicized, like books are going to be italicized. I think there's a book in here. So right here. And what I like about hers as well is that she really varies up how she uses her sources. So we have title right here. It states, and she's got a direct quote. Beginning it, ending it, last name, page number, always page number if it's only one page. Page one, or paragraph number, and the period goes on the outside. The period always goes on the outside. So she's pulled her thesis out just so we can really see it here. And like I said, this was not how she felt on the subject. She's very pro-vaccines, but she had to do the negative side. But so though parents may be advised that the children should be vaccinated, that's not always the case. So that's the overall thesis. And we have our A, B, and C. You must have that. Yours probably looks like this, and that's great. Let's look at it like this. Okay. They're not always effective. That's our A. They go against religious beliefs. That's our B. Side effects. That's our C. So, just to recap, we have an introduction. We have a source in it. Title. It's in quotes. Last name, page number. Period goes on the outside. We have a thesis that has a clear A, B, and a C. You have to have that. Your first body paragraph, and it may, and you may have two, I'm going to address that, but needs to be about your A. So, they're not always effective. So this paragraph right here is about how vaccines are not always effective. And I'm going to come back up. This one, if you see here, topic sentence, not only are they not always effective, but they go against many religious beliefs as well. If you go back up to the thesis, they go against religious beliefs. That's our B. So that's body B. Our C should be side effects. So we have our A, B, and we have our, where are we at? Oh, right here, C, sorry. They have harmful side effects. Okay? Now this is a short paper, and I'm showing you this one because this is kind of the skeleton of the essay. And so what we have here, we have, and your paragraphs will be longer. This is a shorter paper. And you may have, for your A, you may have 2 paragraphs for your A. You may have 2 paragraphs for your B. You may have 2 paragraphs for your C. Is that required? No. Everybody's paper is going to be different, but here's what you need to make sure that you have. You have your introduction with your thesis. Your thesis has that map, that A, the B, and the C, and your body paragraphs must only be about that. So when I get to my point on the C here, no matter if it's 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraph, the ending paragraph, since her thesis said harmful side effects, should only be about harmful side effects. So you have that organization. Now I want to look at sources here. Let's go back up. In the book, Vaccination Controversies, so it's in italics. It ends here. This is a paraphrase. It's not another direct quote. We have a last name and the page numbers, period goes behind. We have another source here. The title, it's in quotation marks. We have the capitalization. I've noticed on some you don't have the capitalized, but the G and the H need to be capitalized. And we have a page number, period goes on this side. Let's come and look at this source. Another direct quote. I would not have more than 1 direct quote per page and only 2 to 3 lines max. I'm going to say that one more time. I would only have 1 direct quote per page, no more than 2 to 3 lines. Because if you don't, then you're just going to end up with a paper full of copy paste, copy paste, copy paste quotation marks, and then your Turnitin.com report's going to be pretty high, and then you're going to have to end up working on it more. So again, Shelton et al., because there was more than a couple authors. So page number, period goes on the outside. She did a personal interview. You guys were not required to do that, but last name, because it was a personal interview. Another one right here, vaccines and, because it was a long title. If it's a long title, you can put the first few words and ... and end the quote. So look here. Quote, vaccines and ... end quote, page number, period goes on this side. So I hope that this helps, and let me know if you have any questions, but make sure that you make the revisions, because if not, if you don't do these revisions and these are the things that you submit, I'm going to say go back and watch this video. It's going to be clear that you didn't watch this video, or you watched it and you didn't bother to make those necessary changes. So go and work on these things, and I'm here if you have any questions.